Hey everyone, welcome to the KE Report Company Update with Sitka Gold. Mike Burke, Director and Vice President of Corporate Development. Mike's joining me at the Beaver Creek Precious Metals Summit. We're taking some time in between meetings here just to record a quick update on the most recent news release that came out last week, I believe September 8th, actually earlier this week.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, more drill results from the Rhosgobel area. This area, discovery made last year, following up this year, and every hole seems to hit over 100 gram meters. The headline number being 162 meters of 1.02 grams per ton gold from surface. Included in that, 71 meters of over 1.5 grams per ton gold. So, Mike, I guess just initially recap these holes.
Yeah, we released holes 7 and 8. So to date, we've got assays on 8 holes. These are the last 2 that we have in the bank here. And it's the furthest east holes that we've released, and they're the best holes. So you mentioned those assays, 160 meters at around a gram. The consistency in them is amazing. That starts at surface. So 8 holes to date. Again, you mentioned all over 100 gram meters. And these last couple holes, the one was over 200 gram meters. So the Rhosgobel is turning out to be an excellent discovery for us.
Now, 8 holes total, all very good results. What next then? This is obviously high priority.
Yeah, we've initially planned on 10,000 meters of drilling this year in this inaugural drill program. We've extended that. We'll likely get in about 12,000 meters. We still have 2 drills spinning on the property. We're somewhere up around 41 holes into the deposit. I'm going to call it that for now. Definitely with 8 holes over 300 meters strike length, and there's some dimensions to it. Of the first 34 holes that our geologists up at site have logged, they've noted good mineralization with visible gold reported in 31 of those. So the results to date are good, and we're looking forward to the rest of the drill holes from this season coming in and reporting those assays.
What's the time frame going to look like on those? When will we see more or all of them?
Yeah, the drill results should be trickling out over the next 3 months. I'm not sure where those are in the queue, but we typically get a steady stream of assays between now and into December. So we'll have them all. We'll see different ones coming up during, October, November, December. Hopefully we have them out sooner than that, and that'll get us set up for next year's planning.
Okay, so currently, I believe you said 400 meters of strike. What's the depth? And in terms of the other holes that aren't released yet, how much is that looking to expand?
Yeah, a little less than 400, those 8 holes. But regardless, the deepest observation of visible gold is at about 400 meters depth. To date, those 41 drill holes, we've drilled about 1.3 meters along the strike of this central zone that we're drilling. So it's got some decent dimensions to it for sure.
1.3 kilometers.
Kilometers. What did I say?
1.3 meters.
Oh,
much wider than that.
It's been a long week.
Fair enough. Hey, the stock's done well too through all these meetings that you're going through. In terms of Rhosgobel, then, yes, it's still, I guess, new, we can say. But what about putting together a resource at the end of this program?
Yeah, absolutely. With the amount of drilling we're doing, we're sure we can put together a resource. We haven't committed to that. We'll look at that. Typically, when we do that, we're able to get that out in the first quarter of 2026. So we'll definitely, when we get all those assays back, be looking at the resource. Obviously, it's got a very large footprint, has potential to be a very large deposit. We think it has the pedigree of some of the other known deposits in the Tombstone Gold Belt, like Fort Knox and Valley and Eagles. So we have a size that's north of 5 million ounces. Hopefully we're able to achieve that, but that's the target we have in mind.
Now, because Rhosgobel is still so new, especially if you compare it to Blackjack or Eiger, your deposit areas, how is it looking at this stage compared to how those deposit areas looked?
Yeah, the difference is it's got the Rhosgobel intrusion is the largest intrusion on the property. It's in a more subdued area of topography on the property, so it's kind of a flat plateau. This mineralization is all reporting direct from surface. We have seen mineralization down to 400 meters. We really don't know the overall dimensions. That's going to take another year of drilling, of course. We've been able to do this 10,000, hopefully 12,000 meters to get a good idea of the controls on mineralization, some of the dimensions, and then next year we're really going to have to hit the ground running.
Now, have you found the extent of this?
No, absolutely not. So when we look at the geochemistry, we've also done ground geophysics over the entire intrusion as we try to use different techniques for determining the extent of this before we drill it. So geochemically, there's a couple trends parallel to the one we're drilling, just slightly to the north of the trend we're drilling, the same kind of dimensions east to west, and that's indicated by geochemistry, and we're just starting to get the geochem results in, so we're hoping that that supports that kind of model we have in mind of these parallel zones within the central part of this intrusion.
Okay, now when you're looking at still building this out, right, this whole Rhosgobel area, yes, it's becoming a priority for you, but how much more drilling do you think you need to do there? I know you don't have the plans out for next year, but we looking at a similar size program, a bigger program?
Yeah, 10 to 12,000 meters. Well, it'll be over 12,000 meters this year. Definitely larger. The area that we're seeing, the footprint we're outlining, just the way this deposit sits, we're able to deploy a lot of drills. So I wouldn't be surprised if we double our target up in the 20,000 meter range. We'll determine that, but we can put a lot of drills on this target. And we're intent on determining the size and the grade and the extent of this new discovery because it's very significant, and we're very, very excited to move it forward as quick as we can.
So as I said, a lot of these holes are 100 gram plus meters. Is there a higher grade area that you're seeing? Is it all pretty uniform? Give us insights on that.
Yeah, if you look, the range of those 8 drill holes that we have assays is from 100 gram meters to 200. Extremely consistent mineralization. We do have some theories on potentially higher grade controls as we do oriented core drilling. We're seeing a couple sets of veining in there. So we do have some ideas, but so far our drilling has been very consistent with the grade, and we're happy to keep seeing that. But hopefully we can home in on some areas that are even higher grade than the 1 gram per ton, because 1 gram is impressive. And if we can achieve a grade better than that, well, we're going to be very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we're at the later part of this conference. You've been in a ton of one-on-one meetings. What's been the response? Are people focused on Rhosgobel? Are they asking about the other targets? Are they asking about the deposit? What are you hearing?
Yeah, absolutely. People have been very happy about the blackjack, about our progress to date, right? You can see that in our share price. Over the last year, it's risen on the back of our blackjack discovery, where our drilling program not only focused on Rhosgobel, but on expanding our known resources. So people are really happy to see the update on that. Blackjack's a 1 gram deposit too, right? So it's pretty juicy. But when we go through the Rhosgobel story and show the extent of the drilling, everybody just reaches across the table and says congratulations and shakes our hand. That's happened to us a lot this meeting, and it's just a wonderful feeling. Doesn't happen often, in a geologist's life, but I think people are really recognizing the significance of this new discovery, the latest discovery in the Tombstone Gold Belt in the Yukon.
Hey, fair enough. Share price is being rewarded by it, and these results continue. You put out a couple holes every news release, and these holes are all really good.
Really good.
Yeah. All right, Mike, I'll let you get back to the conference. Thank you for taking time for this update, and as more drill holes come out, undoubtedly I'll have you back on the show. So I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Always good to see you, Corey. Better in person than online.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Thanks.